Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Patty Kills here. I'm back with a brand new video. Today's video, I'm gonna do a Stanley Cup qualifier prediction video. Now, I wanted to do, so this is how I'm gonna do it. Basically, I can't, obviously, I can't do the entire Stanley Cup playoff prediction because if you don't know, they still need to do the seeding and everything with the top 4 teams in each division. So you still got St. Louis, Colorado, Vegas, Dallas, Boston, Washington, Tampa Bay, and Philadelphia. You still got the 4 best teams. You still have to reseed them. So I'm just gonna do the Stanley Cup qualifiers, the best of 5 predictions, and then after they do the reseed and everything, I'll do my official Stanley Cup playoff predictions. But we're gonna be doing the Stanley Cup qualifier prediction, man. I wanted to do this video because I knew a lot of players were gonna opt out of playing, and a lot of players did. I think Travis Hamonic opted out for Calgary, which is a pretty big loss. Calgary's got good defense, but that's a pretty big loss for them. It might not be a big loss in round 1, but it's gonna be definitely a big loss if they keep winning and go on. I think Mike Green opted out. To be honest, I don't think that's that big of a loss. I think Sam Berchi opted out for the Canucks, which obviously isn't a big loss because Sam Berchi wasn't gonna play anyway. But let's go around this video. So we got Calgary and Winnipeg. This is a tough one because I always feel like, obviously, Winnipeg in the regular season was very, very streaky. Their defense is not that good. I mean, it's really not that good. Look at their defense compared to Calgary. Calgary lost Travis Hamonic. Goaltending, I definitely give the edge to Winnipeg. But if you don't know, the NHL no one's been playing for 2 months. To me, it all matters about which goaltenders comes in fire. You don't know, any goaltender could come on fire and win this entire thing. You don't know that. So realistically speaking, I want to take Winnipeg, but I think Calgary, looking at star power, I think Calgary has more depth, but I think Winnipeg's got the star talent and the goaltending. But goaltending really doesn't matter because no one's been playing. But I'm gonna take Winnipeg. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna take Winnipeg over Calgary. I just think Winnipeg, to be honest, I don't know, I like Winnipeg more in the playoffs. I just feel like Winnipeg is just a more playoff experienced team. They know what to do in the playoffs. They beat good teams before. For me, just Calgary, I feel like goaltending is their issue. I don't really like their goaltending, to be honest. It's very, very streaky. And just Calgary notably always ends up choking in the playoffs, to be honest. I'm gonna take Winnipeg, and then so I'll take Winnipeg over that. Now going on to Nashville and Arizona. It's an interesting matchup. I like Arizona a lot, man. I like going for the underdogs a lot more. Looking at this, I'm gonna be honest. Nashville, they're a pretty good team. I just don't like Pekka Rinne in the playoffs, man. I've picked Nashville so many times in the past where they just disappointed me. Last year, I picked them to beat Dallas. They lost. The year before, I predicted them to win the Stanley Cup. I think they lost in round 2 or round 3. I don't remember, but I definitely feel like Nashville's they're dying down. I feel like their prime was the year they lost, 2017, to Pittsburgh. I think that was their best year to win it, to be honest, just because that was the Pekka in his best year. And just after that, Pekka Rinne has just been down. 2018, Pekka Rinne was horrible against the Winnipeg Jets in round 2. Last year they lost to Dallas. Pekka Rinne just hasn't really been good in the playoffs the past 2 years. He's just been kind of awful. Defensively, looking at two teams, I think I'm gonna give it that edge. I think both of them are kind of equal defensively. I think Arizona has a lot of defensive depth. Obviously, you got Ekman-Larsson, but Nashville's got the star players on defense like Yossi and Ellis. But I'm gonna take Arizona. I feel like it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna take Arizona in 5 games. I think this is gonna be a long series. Both teams are really good. I like Arizona's offense, man. They got a really good offense over there. You got Phil Kessel, Taylor Hall. I'm gonna pick Arizona in 5. I think just specifically Arizona's offense will take them all the way. To be honest, but who knows? If Arizona ends up losing, blame it on Taylor Hall, because Taylor Hall, that guy, I'm gonna predict it right now. If Arizona ends up losing, they're gonna get the #1 overall pick just because of Taylor Hall. But let's go Edmonton, Chicago. I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan. I'm gonna try not to be biased here. This is probably gonna be in my opinion, I think this is gonna be the best series to watch in the round robin. I see a lot of people sleeping on Chicago, bro. I see a lot of people saying, Edmonton's gonna stomp their way through Chicago, and I'm just thinking, I saw a lot of people's videos. I'm not gonna name who, but a lot of people are I don't think Chicago has an answer for McDavid and Draisaitl. But if you actually go back and watch the regular season games, we did, bro. Chicago definitely shut down McDavid and Draisaitl. Not really Draisaitl. I think Draisaitl had a lot of points, but McDavid definitely. Chicago has shut down McDavid a lot, bro. You can go back to a lot of games. We've shut down McDavid pretty good. So we've shut down McDavid pretty good. But again, it's different. Looking at Edmonton, I definitely feel like Edmonton has a better defense. It's just I think Chicago's defense has just been inconsistent all season. Offensively, I think, to be honest, like, I'll give it to Edmonton. But goaltending, I'm gonna give it to Chicago. Like, I would rather have Corey Crawford over Mike Smith or Koskinen. I'm just being honest. Like, Corey Crawford is a 2-time Stanley Cup winner. He's proven it in the playoffs. Even though, like, 2017, Chicago got swept. Corey Crawford was amazing in that series against Nashville. He was amazing. He was amazing against St. Louis. He's shown in the playoffs that he's a good goalie. I think a lot of Corey Crawford criticism comes in the regular season, or he just has a good defense. But these past couple of seasons, Corey Crawford has really shown how good he is as a goaltender. Because Chicago's defense has been awful. He's shown like how good he is as a goalie. He's a top goalie in the league. And I think Patrick Kane has a chip on his shoulder. I really think Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, especially Kane, I'm going to take Chicago over Edmonton. I think this is going to be another series that's going to go to 5 games. I got Chicago in 5. Maybe there's some bias in there, but it's I feel like this is going to be a close-ass series. I definitely do. And next up, we got Vancouver, Minnesota. I got Vancouver winning this in 3 games, bro. I think the Canucks are going to quickly beat Minnesota, bro. No offense to any Wild fan, but goaltending, I got Vancouver. Markstrom's been amazing this season, and I think Markstrom has proven himself to be a really good goalie. I like Vancouver's offense more than I like Minnesota's. I definitely think Minnesota has the better defensive depth, but I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I like Vancouver's chances, bro. They remind me of like Carolina of last year. I feel like they're hungry, bro. You know how the young players are. Young players are always hungry and ready, and they come with bursts of energy. I definitely think the Canucks are gonna win this one quick. Now let's go to the Eastern Conference. We got Toronto, Columbus, man. I got Toronto winning this, bro. I don't see Toronto losing this to Columbus, even though Toronto has been awful this season. I don't see them losing against Columbus. I could be wrong though, because Columbus has proven itself. But I'm gonna say Toronto in 5. I think Columbus is gonna make this an interesting series. I think Toronto is gonna underestimate Columbus in the beginning. Hell, Columbus might even win the first first game. I think it's gonna be a close series. I got Toronto just because, like, there's so much star talent on that team. I'd rather take Toronto star talent over Columbus. I know Columbus has been amazing. Jean Tortorella has been amazing, but I'd rather take Toronto over Columbus. Carolina, New York. This is a series where I gotta go with the New York Rangers, bro. This is a very, very interesting series right here. I read somewhere that New York has swept Carolina in the regular season. That doesn't really matter though right now, because I just feel like New York, Artemi Panarin has been amazing this season. Zibanejad has been amazing. I think the Rangers are just I don't know how to say it, but I think they have Carolina's number. They've proven to beat Carolina a lot this season. One thing I'll give it to, I think Carolina has definitely the better defensive depth, to be honest. I got New York winning this in 5 games. I think it's gonna be a close series for sure. All right, next up we got Pittsburgh and Montreal, bro. I got the Penguins winning this pretty easily. I know a lot of people are gonna go with saying Carey Price. Trust me, goaltenders can go a long way. I definitely think Carey Price can carry Montreal, but man, compare the two teams, bro. Pittsburgh has been so good this season. They've been injured all year. I'm not even a Pittsburgh fan. I hate the Penguins a lot. Trust me, I don't like them. I don't know why. I just don't like them. No offense to Penguins fans, but you gotta respect that team, bro. They have went through injuries this year. Crosby's been out. Malkin's been out. They stuck together, bro. And I feel like that adversity is gonna help them in the playoffs, bro. Even if like a big injury happens to Pittsburgh, they have such good depth, bro. And they went through the experience in the regular season. I feel like they're just, I think this is gonna be definitely a close series. I feel like this is gonna be a series where it's gonna be a low-scoring series. I think Carey Price is definitely gonna help Montreal, but goalie can't do everything. I'm looking at Montreal's team. Like, Carey Price can't just do everything. You need offensive scoring. Like, you can't win games without scoring. I think Pittsburgh's just gonna overmatch Montreal, and it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a low-scoring series, though. I definitely think it's gonna be a low-scoring series. I think Carey Price is gonna definitely try his best, but I got Pittsburgh winning that. And last but not least, We've got New York and Florida, man. Again, a very, very interesting series. Offensively, man, I look at everything. I think New York Islanders got this in the bag, man. I definitely think New York is going to win this series pretty quickly. Just because I think New York has the better defensive depth. I think they have, honestly, offensively, I think both of the teams are kind of even. I just like New York way more. I like them more than Florida, just because I feel like Florida, I haven't really seen playoff actions from Florida. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched that many Florida games this year. Where I think I have a little bit more bias to New York because I've seen how well they did last year in the playoffs. I think definitely Florida can do some upsetting, but I'm gonna take the safe route, take New York Islanders winning this series. Now, round robins and stuff, I can't really predict this, but this is my Stanley Cup qualifier prediction. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, channel if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.